So the new iPad has an absolutely phenomenal screen. And then you're forced to put your thumbs all over the screen if you want to play a game that uses on-screen joysticks. We want to be able to give you real joysticks so that you can play a great looking game on that new iPad display without covering up the screen. And so what we've done is we've taken 2 analog joysticks and 2 trigger buttons and put them in a case that you can attach to your iPad, which really brings the best of the core gaming experience to the iPad.
So I was sitting at some friend's house playing with the iPhone. I remember thinking, why don't they just put joysticks on these things? And when the iPad came out, I was like, this is the perfect platform for playing games. And so I set about building my first prototype. From there, I demonstrated the idea to some friends, and they liked it and got the idea, so I proceeded with it. Because I was developing for the iPad, which I think is a premium product, I wanted to find somebody that was closely connected to Apple or had a past with Apple. And when I found out that Peter worked closely with Steve Jobs in the past, I thought that would be a good connection and a good way to build the best possible case for the iPad and bring a premium product to the market.
My gut reaction was I looked at it and say, I want it. We never wanted to impede on any of the functions of the iPad. So we allow all functionalities to even work with the games if desired. So in other words, you can use the cameras on both sides, you can manipulate any interfaces the iPad happens to have at any time. There's no restriction to the functionality of the iPad. What we do is we're actually making it a larger experience by adding the great gaming experience.
We communicate with the iPad through the headphone jack, which allows us to get really low latency and not use the battery at all from the iPad.
You put the iPad in and it feels like one unit. It also docks and connects immediately with the iPad. There's no need to sync or set up any Bluetooth.
We have full stereo now, which makes it much more interesting to play.
We have both stereo speakers with good separation facing towards you, as well as a headphone jack. So you can choose if you want to have the comfort of your own headphones or a nice loud experience while you're gaming.
One of the most exciting pieces of the case is the way that it hugs the iPad. And the iPad feels like a solid single unit with the case.
It really feels like you're holding a controller, which is exactly what we want to deliver.
So we spent a lot of time working with developers and making sure that our SDK was very simple to use. Specifically, we worked with the Unity game engine to ensure that we could integrate extremely quickly with that.
We love using Unity. We use it for all our products. And to support the case, for example, it's very easy because with the large Unity community, there's an asset store where you can go in and download. And so for this, to support the case, we just go in, download the project, and it's working right away.
The Unity package, which is provided to developers, it makes all the job. It already does all the job. So basically, for us, it has been a 50 minutes work.
So I can see a lot of developers bringing things to tablet that they wouldn't before, genres that wouldn't work with just a touchscreen as well. And so now having the mix of physical and touchscreen, they'll really be able to do things they wouldn't have tried before.
We've gone from proof of concept to prototype, and now we're ready to go to manufacture. We've taken a good hard look at what we need to do to go to manufacture. We know the optimizations that we need to make to the product to get it so that we can manufacture it at scale, and we're really excited about doing that. And that's why we're here on Kickstarter, is to show that there's demand out there for this product and then raise the funds necessary to bring this thing to market.